Hey everybody, Jake's in the house again, and this is a 2017 Ford Mustang 4-cylinder with ecoboost. And today what we're going to do is we're going to remove the battery and change it if necessary. But mainly this video is designed just to give you some pointers and some things that are important so that you don't injure yourself or cause damage to your car. And we've all changed a battery before, but there's a couple of things that I wanted to mention that is very often overlooked when changing a battery. Okay, now in this car the battery is located on the passenger side of the car, under the hood of course, right there. See, there's a plastic cover that covers the whole thing, and there is 3 little finger screws that you're just going to turn off, and you're going to remove this cover. And this is how you do it. There's one, I'm going to put that aside, and there's 2. You're going to take that one out, and then you're going to remove the 3rd one. Once you remove the 3rd one, this plastic cover will lift off. Now when you get it off, you're going to notice you have your positive and your negative terminal. Here's where a lot of people go wrong. I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but I just want everybody to know that there is some danger involved in removing a battery. We're going to use the 10mm socket to take the clamp off. Now notice what we're doing here. We're taking off the negative terminal first. Okay? Now the reason for this is if you remove the positive terminal and while you're removing it, you have a wrench in your hand like I have right there, right? You see that wrench in my hand? And it arcs between the nut on that terminal and any part of that frame. You're going to have a big spark. Okay? And even worse than that, what if you had a ring on your finger and the ring was making contact with the wrench was making contact with the bolt, and then the bolt and the wrench also made contact with the ring and also any part of the frame? Could be anything under the hood that's grounded. You're going to have a major issue on your hand, and that's also going to be a melted ring to your finger and possibly stuck completely to the wrench or completely to the frame, and you're going to be in a world of hurt. So remember, negative terminal first when you're removing the battery. Now there's a clamp that holds this battery in place so it doesn't rattle around, and it's going to require an 8mm socket to remove it. That screw that you see right there, basically you don't have to remove the screw completely. You just have to loosen it enough so that plastic little bracket, that little mounting bracket, kind of just comes right out. And you're going to see the way it comes out and goes back in. It really just is designed to hold the battery from shaking. Once you take that out, the battery will come right out of the car, and you'll be able to, if you need to, switch the battery out. Alright, that little highlighted area right there is where the screw is going to go back in, so you can see it. And now remember, here's another quick pointer I'd like to give you. Make sure you have the correct battery going back into the car. It may seem kind of ridiculous, but let me explain to you what happens if the negative and the positive terminal are in opposite places when you put the terminal clamps back on the car. Alright, this is what's going to happen quite simply. You're going to fry your entire computer system in your car, and it's going to cost you a fortune to fix. If this car is under warranty, they're probably going to figure out what you did, and they're not going to fix it for free. But just imagine how much a new computer is going to cost for your car, and that's exactly what's going to happen if you run the power backwards through the system. I'm just letting you know because I know somebody that happened to. It seems like a very innocent mistake, but it happens, believe me. Alright, so once the battery is put back on, I just want you to take a look at this particular car right here. Do not leave tools or anything on that little piece of metal right there, that fender. There is a crack there where tools will fall in and you will lose your tools forever. They fall into the fender. Believe me, because I did that. I lost my 8mm socket in that fender, so don't get caught doing that. Alright, so listen, when you're putting your battery terminals back on, you're going to do it in the opposite manner. Put the positive on first, get that thing on there tight, and then go ahead and put the negative on. And again, it's for the same exact reason. You don't want to have a situation where you're going to arc up against the frame, and this is that little extra safety precaution to prevent you from causing a big spark, a possible burn, and damage to your car and to your finger and to everything else in your tools. All right, so once the battery's back tightened down with that clamp, and once you have the terminals in the right position and tight and no sparks, you're going to put the cover back on. All right, so anyway, listen everybody, most of my videos are very, very simple videos. I try not to make things too complicated, and sometimes I take the most simplest things and I explain them. And there's a reason for that. Sometimes the simplest things are what stump people, or people get hurt, or people do things wrong. So I just wanted to let everybody know about this battery change on this Mustang, that it's a simple job, just do it right, and you'll have no injuries. Anyway, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, please comment, please give me a thumbs up. Much appreciated. Have a great day. Bye.